Welcome to the Y6 District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2020 CR 11828, State of Texas versus Marvin Coleman. We're here today for a plea. We're using the Zoom application to conduct this hearing. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. The time now is 12:49 p.m. on the 12th day of July 2021. Proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being reported by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you are in court, and all are instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Mr. Ramos for the state of Texas.
Ms. Voigt, your microphone's off.
Lisa Voigt for defense.
And sir, are you the same Marvin Coleman charged with an indictment with? Sorry, hold on. My mistake. With assault, bodily injury of a family member or household member, second offense. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment and ask you, are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir, I am.
Go over this with your attorney.
Yes, I have.
You understand it?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Counsel, do we waive reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. I note that there is a discovery acknowledgements and sign and dated by both sides and doing the same, and I make it a part of the record. Also note that there is an application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. I'll make that a part of the record as well. Sir, I'm going to go into share screen again to show you a document called the Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference. I'm going to scroll down to electronic signature, and I'm using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
I signed this document. You're telling me two things. One, you understand that normally we do pleas live and in court. But you're consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature on this document, as well as all the other electronic signatures of yours in the plea packet in front of me, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this document?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
approve the consent and I make it a part of the record. They're still in share screen, but now I'm showing you a document called the Court's Admonishments. I'll scroll through because it's several pages. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Go over this with your attorney.
Yes, I did, Your
You
Honor.
understand it?
Yes, sir.
The bottom of page 3 is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Let me get out of share.
What document is it, sir?
By signing the court's admonishments, you are telling me that you understand the court's admonishments, that you understand the rights are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
That you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
The rights that you're giving up is the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and up to a
Yes.
$10,000 fine. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor. I was under the understanding that this was not an application, but it was the plea. Is that the same?
Well,
That's-
I think probably what you're asking me is I just went over the sentencing range for this type of offense.
Yes, I understand that.
Your plea bargain calls for 3 years of deferred adjudication. Is that what you're asking me about?
Yes.
Okay, let me talk to you about deferred adjudication. You've applied for deferred adjudication. The risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are, if it's granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense and instead you'll be placed on community supervision.
Okay.
Which if you're successful at that, the case is dismissed. However, if you're not successful, it could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense on that day and you're subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that before you applied for deferred adjudication?
Most definitely, Your Honor.
And do you still wish to apply?
Yes, sir, I do.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments and make them a part of the record. We're going to go back to share screen, sir. I'm going to show you your plea bargain case. Ask you, are you familiar with this document?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, yes, I did, Your Honor.
There's an electronic signature to the left. I'm using my cursor, circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor, circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes, Your Honor.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I will let you know if I'm going to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. State's recommending that I place you on deferred adjudication for 3 years. There'll be a $100 fine. There'll be an affirmative finding of violence. Your signature to the left waives your appeal. Outside of the agreement, but the recommendations are that you have no contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Okay.
Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, that is. Your
Counsel,
Honor.
is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
But if I do follow a plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
I definitely do, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, I will allow you to withdraw the plea and will proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual, rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
He did.
Do you believe that he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
Yes, he is.
So the offense is listed on your indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
You understand that you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea.
I do, Your Honor.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Did anyone force you or coerce your plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
It offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
We have no objections, Your Honor.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and attachments prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made, that there was sufficient evidence to support the plea and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. Counsel, do we waive the pre-sentence investigation report?
We do, Your Honor.
Is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, there is not.
Being no legal reason, in accordance with the state, sir, I'm going to defer any finding of guilt at this time and place you on community supervision for a period of 3 years. There is a $100 fine, an affirmative finding of family violence. You will have no contact with the complaining witness, Krista Chun. You'll be in the Batterers Intervention Prevention Program. You also have a TAP evaluation. You must follow the recommendations. Mr. Coleman, how old are you?
I'm 35, Your Honor.
I'll give you 30 days to verify employment as well. Mr.
Sounds-
Coleman, we're about ready to conclude the hearing. And when we do, I need you to stay on Zoom for just a little longer. You're going to meet with our probation officer, and she's going to go over the new conditions of community supervision with you. But is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea or to the sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
No, sir.
All right, this matter is now concluded. We are, can't remember, did I do the certification of appeal? I don't think I did. If not, let me just do it again. Sir, this is a plea bargain case. I follow the plea bargain. So you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. You waived your appeal in the plea bargain agreement. Making a certification of this for the record, I'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. All right, this matter is now concluded. We are in recess. I'm turning off YouTube.